welcome back to Strictly Competitive EDH. Before we get started, I just want to remind you that we're still doing our foil wrist steady giveaway from the Commander's Arsenal set. We only need 5 more people to join the Discord server to kick off our giveaway. If you have not joined the Discord, it is linked in the description box down below. In there, you can find all the information on how to join the giveaway. Now, don't forget to leave the video a thumbs up, drop a comment down below, and hit that subscribe button. Let's get on to the gameplay. First up, we have Carpe Nuts playing Atraxa Grand Unifier. This food chain deck is looking to gain value through its commander. They want to explode with mana in their early game and cast their commander as soon as possible to assemble the food chain combo. They are looking to close out the game with a Protected Thassa's Oracle and Demonic Consultation or Tainted Pact combo. Next up is Anthony, playing Cazur and Ukkima. This Sultai list is looking to land an early value engine like Mystic Remora or Wrist Steady to draw into interaction before jamming an Ad Nauseam or food chain as early as possible. Their win con consists of the food chain line, generating infinite mana, and killing the table with Ukkima's ability, or the classic Thassa's Oracle combo. Next up is me, playing Loot the Pathfinder. This teamer list has everything in the command zone: mana advantage, card draw, and the way to kill the table. We are looking to assemble the food chain combo to then generate infinite mana through Loot's first ability, and finish off the table with its last ability, bolting my opponents to death. Last we have Lane, playing Etali Primal Conqueror. This Gruul list is looking to put down its commander as fast as possible and generate as many Etali ETBs as they can. They use cards like Twin Flame, Molten Duplication, and Cursed Mirror to double up on Etali triggers and outvalue the table with their own cards. They are looking to close out the game with the food chain combo to infinitely cast Etali and get rid of their opponent's libraries. The players are ready to go, and Lane has a pregame action. He is rolling a d20 3 times for Sticker Goblin. He rolls a 19, which means he will add 6 mana if Sticker Goblin enters the battlefield. Anthony plays a Gemstone Caverns and exiles a Dosin the Falling Leaf. Carpe Nuts starts us off and draws a card for turn. He plays a Command Tower as land for turn and casts an Avacyn's Pilgrim, shipping the turn over to Anthony. Anthony draws a card. He shocks in a Watery Grave, taking 2 damage. Anthony casts a Manipulate Fate, looking for 3 cards and exiling them out of the game. The 3 cards are Miss Hollow Griffin, Eternal Scourge, and Scalding Tarn. Anthony passes the turn over to me. I draw a card for turn. I play a Verdant Catacombs. I crack it, fetching up a Taiga. I use a green mana to cast an Arbor Elf, shipping the turn over to Lane. Lane draws a card for turn. He plays Beseiju, who endures. He casts a Soul Ring. Carpe Nuts responds to the Soul Ring with a Mental Misstep. The Soul Ring gets countered, and Lane passes the turn back over to Carpe. Carpe draws a card for turn. He plays a Forbidden Orchard. He taps for 2 mana, giving Lane a 1/1 Spirit, and casts a Talisman of Dominance. Carpe casts a Chromox, pitching a Flesh Duplicate. He passes the turn back over to Anthony. Anthony draws and plays a Flooded Strand as land for turn. He cracks it and fetches up a Tropical Island. He casts a Mystic Remora and ships the turn back over to me. I draw a card. I play a Gaia's Cradle as land for turn. I use 3 mana to cast an Enduring Vitality and pass the turn back over to Lane. Lane draws and plays a Scalding Tarn as land for turn. He fetches up a Taiga and casts an Arcane Signet. There is a Mystic Remora trigger, and Anthony draws a card. Lane uses the Arcane Signet to cast a Gamble. Mystic Remora triggers, and Anthony draws a card. Lane fetches up a Mystery card and discards a card at random. He discards a Treasonous Ogre. Lane ships the turn back over to Carpe. Carpe untaps, and on his upkeep he gives Lane another 1/1 Spirit to cast a Worldly Tutor. Mystic Remora triggers, and Anthony draws a card. Carpe digs up a Thassa's Oracle and puts it at the top of his library. Still on his upkeep, Anthony pays 2 life to cast a Noxious Revival targeting the Worldly Tutor and puts it at the top of Carpe's library. Carpe draws a card, and he passes the turn over to Anthony. On Carpe's end step, Anthony casts a Plunge into Darkness. Carpe responds with a Worldly Tutor. Mystic Remora triggers, and Anthony draws a card. The Tutor resolves, and Carpe fetches up an Endurance and puts it at the top of his library. Still in response to Anthony's Plunge into Darkness, Carpe uses 1 black mana from his Talisman to cast a Demonic Consultation. Mystic Remora triggers, and Anthony draws a card. The Consultation resolves, naming Pact of Negation, and Carpe starts digging.
Dog. Please? Stop there. Stop there.
He can't. He has to keep going.
Carpe finds the Pact of Negation and he casts it, targeting the Plunge into Darkness. There is a Mystic Remora trigger and Anthony draws a card. Pact resolves and Plunge gets countered. Anthony moves to his turn and says bye-bye to the Mystic Remora. He draws a card and he plays an Ancient Tomb as land for turn. He casts a Culling Ritual. The Culling Ritual resolves, destroying a total of 7 permanents. Anthony makes 2 green mana and 5 black. He uses some mana to cast his commander, Ukkima, Stalking Shadow. He uses a Diabolic Intent, sacrificing the Ukkima, searching for a mystery card, and puts it directly into his hand. Anthony casts a Food Chain, shipping the turn back over to me. I draw a card and play a Wooded Foothills. I crack the Wooded Foothills, searching up a tropical island. I cast a Soul Ring. I spend 5 mana to cast Loot, the Pathfinder. I go into combat and swing at Anthony for 4 damage. I ship the turn back over to Lane. Lane draws a card. He plays a Guy's Cradle as land for turn and ships the turn over to Carpe. Carpe untaps, and on his upkeep he dies to his Pact of Negation trigger. Anthony moves to his turn and draws a card. He plays a Misty Rainforest as land for turn and cracks it, searching his library for an Underground Seed. He casts a Misthollow Griffin from exile. Without any response from the table, Anthony makes infinite creature mana with Food Chain and Misthollow Griffin. This mana is then used to cast his commander, and because of Food Chain, he can keep exiling it, and every time it leaves the battlefield, it is draining his opponents for 2 life. He continues this loop until we all die, and Anthony wins the game. And there's the game. That was a quick one. Anthony pulled ahead of everybody with that Mystic Remora, and no one was really able to come back. That Culling Ritual really just sealed the deal. He gained so much advantage and everybody else just stayed way behind. Anyways, GG's to everybody. I just want to thank you all again so much for all the support we have been receiving lately. We are very close to hitting 400 subscribers in our YouTube channel, and we love seeing all of your comments down below. Keep commenting and we'll keep responding as much as we can. We will see you all in the next video. Peace!